First of all, thank you, TiE and Can, for inviting me and making me feel so special. I mean, I'm still not able to understand what importance I have to be invited in amongst you. So I'm basically, I'm a software programmer. That's what I do. I write code. That's how I earn my living. Nothing great. I mean, if you visit Whitefields and the Koromangalas, you will find hundreds of people like me. So I'm a bit confused about what story I have to tell. From the investment point of view, I have made 6 startup investments till date. I started investing in 2012. I did that investment in my individual capacity. It bombed. I learned a lot of lessons. One lesson being, don't invest as an individual. Discussion or the topic for today is angel investment, right? I'm not a big fan of this word angel, right? I mean, it's actually not very true. I mean, it's end of the day, you invest for return of investment, right? Not as an angel, right? I need ROI. If I am not getting it, then I am no more an angel. I mean, I will behave the way I want to, right? I guess the better word is seed investor, right? Or I mean, who is an entrepreneur? The guy who is having a small shop in Kadavantra, isn't he an entrepreneur? The guy who is selling pan masala in MG Road, isn't he an entrepreneur, right? My answer is a clear no. Because entrepreneur is somebody who thinks about growth. Is every business, every early stage business a startup? Again, my answer is clear no. Of course, it's an early stage business. Every startup is an early stage business. But it attempts illogical growth. It's unexplainable. That's why it's called illogical, right? So you cannot define this growth based on an 18 months projection or 24 months projection. It is illogical. So that Uber is a classic example of this illogical growth, right? Before Uber, there were many taxi providers in Kochi, right? N number of them. But nobody attempted this illogical growth. Uber did. This is very important. The team should have the execution capability. When, as an angel investor, if I ask the startup who is approaching me to send a 18 months projection, it's not for the fancy of seeing those numbers. Basically, I'm trying to understand how much the team has thought about this business model. One thing is, I always analyze whether the team knows the problem. So there is a difference between knowing the problem and knowing about the problem. The founders need to know the problem. Is the team of right size? This is super important in Kerala. Because in Kerala, I'm seeing this trend like the college gangs, like 7-8 people, evolving to a startup founding team, right? It's a nightmare for startup, for investors. Managing, 7 people, okay, they are friends, but once the business side of things kicks in, 7 will have 70 opinions. Investor will spend a lot more time trying to mediate, right? We have better job to do, right? In what kind of situations you should not invest? There was a startup which was trying to do home delivery of photocopies. Some of you might know them. And they got some prices and all those things. But for me, who takes photocopies these days? It's a diminishing market. Okay, you might like the team, you might like the product, you might like the startup. But if you feel there is a mismatch in valuation expectation, you should not go for the deal. Actually, for the investment, even for angel networks like Can, this should be an objective. End of the day, early stage investment is a function of trust. So you need to learn to trust people. All other arithmetics, again, you can have it, but end of the day, this final investment decision doesn't come from here. It comes from here. If you need good investors, coach people to trust people. It's not like one startup comes and you have a discussion, you feel the connect, and then you write the check, right? You do due diligence. You need somebody to do that for you. You need a legal team to assist you. because there is lot of legalities involved. No, see, as a seed investor, I have no option to exit at an angel round or a Series B round. I can think about exit only at a Series B round.
Robin, since you're focused on the investor perspective, could you throw a bit light on exit route for a typical investor?
So, typically the fancy exit route is IPO. Never happens, right? Usually what happens is it could be a acquisition, most likely an acqui-hire, right? Or you get a secondary exit. Yeah, 65, 70. Usually 6-7 people will show interest in a deal. We are 28-member group. Out of that,
so this over the last 5 years, 6 years, how it's evolved.
so one thing that I want to make clear is ecosystem is not a geographic region. It's your network.
So thanks a lot. I correct, it's not Robin Alex Panicker, Robin Angel Panicker, it is Robin Seed Investor Panicker. So stand corrected there. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.